Hello, everyone. Hello. This is an impromptu live stream on YouTube. Welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you are seeing me, you've joined in, I just want to give you This is an impromptu live stream on YouTube. Welcome to my channel. No, that is not good. Give me 2 seconds. Make sure that there is no funny business. Okay, let's see. If you're joining me live, can you let me know if the audio is okay? Because I just heard myself back and I don't want there to be an echo. Again, welcome in, welcome in. If it's the first time we are meeting each other, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Shahrzad Parande, and I am here today to talk about 3 behaviors that men look for when they are looking to get married, when they're looking for their wife. And these type of behaviors are things that I'm not talking about your everyday kind of a date, the kind of dates that you just go to meet up and see how it goes, to find if there is a connection and you get to spend some nice time with a guy. I'm talking about the type of men, the high quality men that they're actively actually dating to find their forever woman, to find their wife. There's a difference in what they look for and the kind of men that are looking for a good time. The ones that are looking for a good time, you know what they are looking for. You know that the type of boundaries that they try to push for. We're not talking about those men. We're talking about high quality, high value men that are ready to get married. They are ready to find the woman of their dreams, the ones that they're going to want to spend the rest of their lives with and start a family with. So, I see more and more people are joining. I really hope the voice quality is okay. I don't see any comments yet. There is some delay, so I'm hoping that it's all good. If it's not, we'll try again soon. So, going back to the topic that I was talking about, the high quality men that are looking for wife material are going to be paying attention to many things, but there are 3 behaviors specifically that I want to talk about that it really is going to determine for them whether or not they're going to want to see you again, whether or not they can even see that it's worth it for them to ask you out on the second date. And these starts with your ability to listen. So number 1 is your ability to listen. It sounds really simple, but it blows my mind when I see how many women are actually not capable of listening. It doesn't matter whether they are with a man, whether they are with their family members, whether they are with their friends, or whether they are with me on a coaching call. The fact that they immediately want to say something when a man says something or when I say something, it doesn't matter. They are really looking to reply and say something and impress and make sure that the person that is sitting in front of them is impressed by their wittiness and their smarts and how quick they are and how funny they are or how accomplished they are. It really turns a man off when he finds the woman in front of him that she's not able to actually be able to listen to him. There is a huge challenge that when a man, it's very different when we are talking and when a man is talking, or I should say when we are having a conversation. What I learned, I do a lot of research when it comes to these things, when it comes to men and women, understanding men, understanding women, and the way that our brains work and our bodies work and all that good stuff. But one thing that women don't understand is that because evolutionary, we are designed to have a divergent focus, meaning that because from our evolution years and years ago, we had to be able to have our attention on multiple things at the same time. So imagine that, if you're a woman, you already know this, but you may have seen, or you might have your own kids, but if you have seen a mother, for example, that she's aware of what's cooking on the stove and what her little newborn child is doing, and she can also be changing, folding laundry at the same time. She can have her attention and do multitasking and also have a conversation with her mother at the same time. We are multi-divergent focused. So we can have a conversation and we can have a circular topic and start, when a woman and another woman are talking, they could be talking on top of each other and have the conversation going so many different routes and still maintain that train of thought. Men are single focused. They have their attention on a single thing at a time. Not one is better than the other. It's just how we are designed. So when a man is actually talking about something, when he's going into, explaining something, he actually takes a second to really put all his focus and attention into that one topic, and he's going to go deep in that. Normally, if you have noticed that men usually go deep, especially if they are excited and they're passionate about something, they really let themselves go deep. However, when a woman interrupts, when she starts to talk over him, when she puts in a random comment in there, it really messes up with his train of thought, and it causes frustration, and it causes because he can't maneuver. Now he has to get himself completely out of what he was thinking and talking about, and then change lanes. And then it takes him a minute to get there, and before he's going to get there, you're going to say something else. You have taken a conversation about something that he was experiencing to how you had the exact same experience, and that happened on top of it. So it just causes him to be in this feelings of frustration and not being heard and feeling disrespected at the same time, and the conversation is not going to flow. You're going to feel like he is not interested, and he's going to feel like you don't respect him. Men hate that feeling, and that's one of the things that really turns them off, and they don't see that woman as really wife material, because they need to be able to be in an energetic exchange with the woman, that what they are giving is being received. Yes, even him talking to you, him conversing with you, is a way of him giving his attention. And if you're not receiving it, and if you're kind of like reflecting it right back at him, he's not going to like it. So your ability is going to look for the way that you listen, and if you're able to listen. So that's number one. Before we go to number 2 and 3, I just wanted to let you know that I'm actually running a free masterclass next week, starting next week. The time of this recording right now is October 12th, I believe, and we're starting next week, Monday. So if you want, the link is in the comments, or not in the description box. You can sign up for free. If you catch this later on, you're still going to be able to get the replays for this masterclass series that I'm doing, which is called From Dating to I Do. And this is specifically for women who want to go down the aisle with their forever men. They don't want to just date around. They don't want to have a good time, but they actually want to find their forever man, their soulmate, the love of their life, the man of their dreams that is going to make her his. And this is the type of training that we're going to do, that it's not about compromising your values. It's not about lowering your standards. It's not about anything other than you becoming a magnet to the type of guy that you want, and he wants you back. And I'm going to be really raw and honest with you. I'm going to give you my best advice that over the last 6 years have helped hundreds of women, not to just be someone's girlfriend, but to actually be their wife, to get the weddings of their dreams, and most importantly, the marriage of their dreams, because we sometimes put a lot of emphasis on getting the ring, but we don't take into consideration that that's one day, that's one event, but what matters the most is who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So if that is you, make sure that you sign up for free. The link is in the description. From dating to I do. Okay? All right. So now let's go to number 2. And so basically the second thing that the behavior that men look for when they're looking to find their wives is how you speak. How you speak about the people in your life. How you speak about your mother, your family, your friend. How you speak about men. How you speak about your coworkers. This is a really important thing that women tend to not pay a lot of attention to. That if a man is looking to create a family with a woman, he's going to pay attention to how you speak about your family, how you speak about your mother and father, how you speak about your sister. How do you speak about your men in general? We, as a culture, sometimes have found that if we have really strong opinions about people and how they are not conscious enough, if they are not as evolved as we are, then we are actually setting ourselves up and we look good. But what a man hears is a woman that is very insecure, that is trying to bring down other people in order to make herself look good. That's one thing. If you're talking about other women, for example, about how all the other women are, pay attention to reality TV, but I am only interested in documentaries. I'm not, a lot of women waste their time by doing that, this and that. But I am here, slaying dragons, and so by comparing yourself to other women and put them down in order to make you look good, you're not doing that. You're actually telling him that you're not really to be trusted. You have this judgmental view about the world, about women. If you start talking about your ex, he's gonna hear that what your views about men are and the kind of men that you have chosen in the past. If you speak poorly about your own mother, about your sister, about your family, he's gonna be so scared of introducing you to his family, because if you can't even say anything nice about your own family, how are you ever going to get along with his? And what kind of a role model, if he's planning to have children, if you have to plan to have children, are you going to be for your children? So it's so important that you don't speak ill, you don't pass judgments, you don't say negative things about other people, about other women, about men. I'm not saying that if you don't have the greatest, relationship with a family member, that you have to pretend that it's all good. But everyone can actually find something in a positive spin to say about someone. Like, for example, let's say that you're not on speaking terms with your sister for whatever reason. I encourage you to heal it if that's the case. But let's say that it's her choice, that she doesn't want to talk to you and she set her mind to it. And he asks you, how many siblings do you have? And are you close with your sister? The way that you could go about it is that's a really good question. And that is something that I really desire. I want to be able to be close to my sister, and we are working through things together. At least that's my intention. And I think on later dates I can share with you more, but that is what I ultimately want: closeness with my family. So he can see that even if there are things that are not all rosy and rainbow in your family, you still have the mentality to make things work. You are harmony oriented. You're somebody that wants more and more togetherness, as opposed to listing out all the things that she did and how that is you're such a victim or you're such a martyr. Don't do that. So he pays attention on how you speak about the people in your life, about your boss, about your friends, about men, about your family. And he will always think that if that is your world that you think about, if he introduces you to his world, then it's going to probably be worse. Okay? All right. So the last point, point 3, which is about your ability to receive. If you've been around me long enough, you may have heard me say this before. I'm sure you have if you've been around me long enough, that men fall in love as they give to a woman, as they give their time, as they give their attention, as they are able to provide for a woman. That is how they are biologically bonded to a woman when they are able to give. Now, if you're a woman who has a point to prove that you don't need a man, you can pay for the bill, you are not that shallow to be impressed by receiving compliments, or it could be the other way around. You feel unworthy of it and you just want to make sure that, he doesn't think that you're a gold digger, or that you're, you're not being a burden, you're not being too much. It could work either or. If he feels like he can't give to you and you can't graciously receive with gratitude, of course, not with entitlement, then he's not going to be wanting to spend the rest of his life with you, because you're blocking him from falling in love with you. He won't be able to actually get there with you because you're putting up walls. Men fall in love with what they give to us, not the other way around, with not what you give to them, with not what you can impress them with. So he's going to pay attention. Are you able to receive? It's not just about him paying on a date, but are you able to receive as he offers an opinion, as he's talking, as he gives you a compliment, as the waiter brings something, are you able to smile and receive? That is really important. And I know a lot of high achieving women, including myself, in the past, that this is a huge struggle for them, because they have been told that they're badasses and they don't need a man, and they have to make sure that a man knows that they don't need him, and they can provide for themselves, and they can give themselves all the validation they need, and they don't need it from the man. And then a man is like, well, great. I'm so glad that you can. It's wonderful that you can, but why is it that you can't receive more than what you already have? Why is it that when it comes to me giving to your already full life more, that you're like, no more? That's not going to fly for a high value man, a masculine energy man that wants to choose a wife. So to recap, the three behaviors that a man looks for when he's looking for a wife, these are just 3 of many, is your ability to listen, the way that you speak about the people in your life, and your ability to receive. There's so much that I want to go deep into with in next week in the From Dating to I Do. That's why I need 5 days, and it's going to be jam-packed. It's going to be straight. It's not going to be any fluff. I'm just going to tell you the truth and help you to find out the things that you actually need in order to walk down the aisle and create a masterpiece of a marriage with your forever husband. So I hope that you are there. You have signed up. The link is in the description, and I will see you there. If you have any questions, if there's anything, aha moments, I would love if you could leave me a comment. Make sure that you like this video, share it with a friend, and I will see you then. Bye, ladies.